So if you had to be a class from this game, what would you be?
Merchant, probably.
You'd be a merchant?
So Tressa can take money.
What next?
She can cast wind spells, and she can heal herself back up to full, just by taking a break for 1 round.
I just always pegged you as the warrior type in most games, but in this game you like the utility and the money?
Well, yeah, I mean, if I had to exist in a universe like this, I'd probably pick something with a little bit more broad-reaching utility than just hitting stuff. I just like playing warriors in like action RPGs because they tend to be
I would definitely like to be a magic user.
I mean, I think it also kind of depends on the universe. Because like, you know, in this kind of game, you know, the warriors are just kind of hit harder. There are other games where, like, the melee-type characters are, like, you know, jumping, like, super high and, like, flipping and flying all over the place. It's like, okay.
Or like Jedi.
That could be a little bit more interesting, yeah. It really depends what kind of universe we're going for as well.
Yeah, I would have to say that a really cool mix in a fantasy setting is the magic-wielding knight.
Yeah.
This is the beginning.
Yeah, see, there's 5 enemies here.
Yeah.
Now, what next?
They're all dead.
A tempest of ice shall rage.
Boom. Yeah.
Thus
Yeah, he does a lot of
ends
damage. I actually gotta get him the dancer subclass at some point.
What?
So
Oh man, then he'll be really popular with the ladies, even more so than he already is.
there's a number of subclass perks that are really strong. I never did find out how to get that golden chest. Yeah, whatever, we'll figure that out later.
Back and around?
I don't know. But so the dancer subclass makes it so you get SP back every round and eventually halves your SP costs. Both of which are really, really helpful.
Boy.
Do tell me about this friend of yours. Knows how to fight, does he?
That's
He
right.
sure does. He's stronger than all of you put together. You won't stand a chance.
Stronger than all of us? That's a laugh. Boy's daft.
Hey, come on.
It's not a joke. Stop laughing.
You hear that, mates? The Hedge Knight's the strongest blade in the realm. If he thinks he can best all of us, he's more man than knight. This ain't a fairy tale, boy. Real knights don't piddle away their days in the company of swineherds. If he's a knight from the stories, a damsel in distress might serve better as the bait. Reckon we should go back for the mum?
Stop it. You won't be laughing when Sir Berg is through with you.
Sir Berg? Now there's a frightening name. Look, me arms all a trembling. Shut up, all of you. Boss? Reckon the boy's got more courage than a lot of you. And a lot more wits to boot. So less yammering and more sharpening your stabbers. But boss, ain't no way a hedge knight'll follow us here, unless he's mad and all. Aye.
That's right.
It ain't like it's his own son or nothing. Why should he care?
No.
Why indeed. Things could get interesting though, if he does show. I was at a soft spot for men with more courage than sense.
Wait, is he called Gaston?
Yeah, Gaston.
Huh.
Like this boy here. What do you say, laddie? Care to join our little family? We're always looking for men with pluck.
I'll never join you. I'm going to be a brave warrior, like Sir Berg.
You hear that, men? The boy says he'll be too good for banditry. Well, I think you're the only one who feels that way, boy. Let me tell you something. What is it, boss?
Sir!
Sorry I'm late, lad. Got held up along the way.
Aye, look. It's the mighty Sir Berg in the flesh.
He is mad. And how'd he get in here anyway? Where are the lookouts?
Bleeding in the dirt, last I saw.
Sir!
Stay back!
Did he just... He parried the boss's blow? Hang me, but I ain't never seen no one do that before.
You're quick, all right. And strong. Clearly, no common hedge knight, are you?
Just as you are no common brigand. That blade...
Like it, do you? It just so happens to be a present from an old friend.
Earhart?
Oh, you know the man, do you now?
So it is his blade. As if I needed another reason to cut you down where you stand. How do you know Earhart, rogue? Speak, or I'll slice your throat.
You've got a score to settle. Is that it? I can see it in your eyes. They blazed like fire when you said his name. Look, I don't know what passed between you and Earhart. But if you're looking to ask questions of me, my good sir, you'll have to earn the right!
I will not fail.
I knew that the goons were somehow connected to Earhart. That he was maybe funding them or fueling them or, well, in this case, he provided a weapon to that dude.
I appreciate it, really.
Let's do this!
Dancer skills. It's dancing time. Oops.
What? Did that even buff you guys at all?
Nope, debuffed us.
The logical course of action.
Fine.
I don't like leaving things to chance.
It's... Normally I don't either. But it really doesn't matter in this game. At this point we are so wildly overpowered for this fight. I can truly just like... I could just hit him to death. And it wouldn't take me that long.
Too slow.
But... That's boring?
What next?
Okay. 53%. I don't want to kill him.
I'm thinking back to the line that Earhart had said about how he, while he had trained with Ulbrich, he had reserved one move that he always kept a secret in the event that he would ever have to fight Ulbrich to the death.
Yeah.
I've definitely heard that line in other books and films before,
Turn now!
where, you know, even if someone was an old chum to someone else, they would always reserve something so that they would know that they would have an upper hand,
Yeah.
potentially.
Now then.
Oh, right. He's not weak to daggers. Well, it's fine.
Maybe even happened in Yu-Gi-Oh! At one point, where a character was like, I added some new cards to my deck. So, while you may have battled me before, you won't be prepared for what I've concocted this time. You know.
Yep. Let's see. Ruler and dance. Please don't insta-give them. I'd be very sad if that happened.
Also, it's weird all the cards that you've been getting in the mail from, what, Shonen Jump?
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I mean, because I played Yu-Gi-Oh! When it first came out, and these new cards, they have such weird effects, and they're so specific.
I will cut you down.
I just remember back in the day, you could create a number of different decks with cards that weren't necessarily interlinked as well as they could have been. And then they started doing loosely themed ones, but now things just seem so specific. And also, position on the board matters now.
Do this.
It's just wacky.
Let's see.
I mean, at the same time, you have to provide extra tactical depth.
So that you're just not perpetually adding new cards into the mix and
Yeah.
not ever changing the strategy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause-
I know. It's just that it's weird because what kind of board are they playing with now if like these cards have arrows on every corner and every side, which means that there's 8 potential directions? And like what? Like what kind of playmat are they using now?
I don't know. That's kind of interesting. More interesting than what it used to be, though admittedly I don't have that much experience with,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
nah.
Oh no.
Yeah, for me, it was. I very, very briefly played Pokemon in elementary school, but I liked the collecting aspect more than the battling aspect. So I pretty much traded any extra cards of a particular Pokemon and just, tried to catch them all kind of thing.
Oh no.
So the only thing I have in great abundance would be like items and energy cards. But for the most part, each Pokemon I pretty much only have 1 copy of each, if not maybe like 2 or 3. But for the most part, it's just like 1 copy of each. And then with Yu-Gi-Oh, because that was more of a middle school thing, and my brother and his friends and some of my friends played it. Yeah, we had a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I think we ended up stopping by the time it had reached the season where Yugi had befriended the guy with the crystal monsters. What season was that? It was a number of seasons in.
Let's see what happens.
But at that point, I'd reached high school and my friends were playing with magic cards. So, very briefly played with some of them. But I only was really around for Lorwyn and Shadowmoor. I really liked that expansion of Magic the Gathering. I think I got some cards from Alara, but then at that point I was disinterested and I was in college, focusing more on artwork and classes and, well, eventually you. So.
You're too
Whoa! 4,000 HP. That is a very strong move. I was trying to kill as much time as possible in hopes of getting a EXP buff. But then, apparently you could almost insta-kill yourself with a dancer. Oh, I yield. Now I will have my answers. How do you know Earhart? We fought alongside each other as all. Served together in a band of mercenaries. He was already an old hand when I signed up. Helped me out. Showed me the ropes. A sellsword? And where is he now? Damned if I know. When our group disbanded, we went our separate ways. After that, I drifted from one town to the next. Tried one trade, then another, but swinging a blade's the only thing that'll ever come natural to me. So here I am, times are lean, and a man's gotta make a living. Anyone could use a sword arm like yours. You could protect the people instead of stealing from them. Aye, I could. But honest work takes more wits than the gods saw fit to bless me with. Never meant to do anyone no harm, but life doesn't always give us a choice in the matter, does it?
There's always choice.
Choice or no, you must answer for your crimes. Aye, I know the score, but I've got my men to think about too. Boss, what are you saying, boss? Wait now, boss. Easy now, Ben. The Hedge Knight has the right of it. I've got more than enough blood on my hands. Live by the sword and... well, you know how it goes.
Die
A
by the
man
sword.
has to own up to what he's done. Enough blood's been spilled here today. Surrender, and I will see that you and your men are not harmed. You do me a kindness, Hedge Knight, and so I'll do you one in return. I told you I didn't know where Earhart is, and I don't. But I know someone who might. Gustav's his name. Sir Gustav. Some call him the Black Knight, or other such fussed up nonsense. Earhart taught us how to use the sword back in the mercenary band. You should find him in Victor's Hollow. This man will tell me where Earhart is. He might. Then again, he might not. Still, if you want to find him that much, I reckon it's worth trying.
I can see it.
I saw your eyes, Hedge Knight. They were dead and like a fish. But the moment you saw my blade, they came back to life. Dead, have I truly been? But what does a common thief know of men's souls? Berg! Thank the gods you're safe. The villagers are well, sir. Round up the villagers and round up the thieves and lock them in the village Gal?
Gallows? I think it's supposed to be something like that.
No, Gale is a prison.
Okay.
It's like a lockup. Berg, I could swear I've heard that. God be good. Eisenberg. Should have known it, the way your eyes lit up at the mention of Earhart's name. Aye, you're no hedge knight. You're Sir Ulbrich Eisenberg, the Unbending Blade.
Blazes. Huh?
The Unbending Blade? They said he was slain when Hornburg fell. Whoa. Oh. What's that? Power brick.
Power brick.
I heard he lived, but scarce believed it until today.
Is it true, sir? Or are you a real knight?
No.
Long ago, lad. Long ago. Let's be on our way. We've kept your mother waiting long enough.
Yes, sir.
You wanna go grab that? Because I think it's just...
Okay, but how am I gonna grab it?
I don't know. Sometime later. This village has been good to me, but it's time to move on. I shall find Earhart, so that I might find the reason I wield this blade. To find a man named Gustav, and God's willing, Earhart himself.
Indeed.
Victor's Hollow, the man said. That's where I must go. I'd stopped believing that I would one day don these clothes again. The journey will be a long one, and I have no more reason to tarry.
Except the boys would come out and be like, Shane, don't leave me. You know what the reference?
Yep.
So you truly mean to leave us?
You have shown me nothing but kindness. I am forever in your debt.
Oh, it is we who owe you, friend. Were the choice mine to make, you would stay with us forever. But it is your life to live. We won't ever forget all you've done for us, sir.
The next time any dirty brigands come after us, we'll give them a good kicking in your name.
We're no knights, sir, but you've taught us well. We can protect our home, at the very least.
Glad to hear it.
I'm sorry, sir. Philip, he wouldn't come. Didn't want you to see him crying, most like.
I understand. Tell the boy I'm counting on him to grow strong, and to look after his dear mother.
Thank you, sir. I will.
When you've done whatever it is you must do, pray, come back and visit us. No matter how far your journey takes you, you'll always have a home here.
Thank you. And with that, I had best...
Philip!
It's all right. It was a good blow, lad. Getting strong.
I'm going to keep training while you're away. Then, when you come back, I'll be even stronger. And then maybe I could...
Aye, lad. I'll get stronger too. And we'll see each other again. You have my word.
You better not forget! A knight always keeps his word!
Did he lose his accent? Because the first time we ever heard him, he definitely had a British accent. Now he doesn't.
Yeah. Unless Ulbrich the Knight set out on a new journey, he would find his former comrade, Erhard, and ask him why he did what he did, and mayhap he would discover that which he had lost, the reason why he wields his blade. What fate awaits him? Only time can answer that. Alright, so we're done with chapter 1 of everyone.
Yay!
There's Ulbrich.
Yep, he's the grizzled war hero. So, what were everyone else's next quests? It seemed to say on their journal pages.
Yeah. Huh.
What's this?
There's actually like a journal for everything that happened over the course of like the quest. Like so if you somehow missed everything, this is kind of like a short summation of
What happened?
yeah,
Was it really 15, 10 parts? 17 parts?
little mini events. Yeah, sure, why not?
Well, okay.
Okay, so who do we want to go next? I guess for starters, we should probably think about the party a little bit. So Cyrus is probably going to be, you know, half healer.
Well, I know that you
half
like
damage
Cyrus
healer.
and Tressa and Therian. Well, Therian we
Therian.
have to keep because
Yeah.
he's the first character you ever chose.
Really, the question is, who do we have as our fourth character? So Ulbrich and Honnett are kind of boring and can be switched in and out freely. I was thinking of saving them for the next round just because they don't have that much immediate use.
Okay.
Ophelia I don't want because we don't have a whole lot of casting equipment, and I want to put all of that on Cyrus.
You mean you can't have multiple sets of casting equipment?
You can, but it's less common. Because here's the thing, I can switch gear from Cyrus to Ophelia. So when I play as Ophelia, I don't have to have 2 sets, I only need 1. And then we just have Elfin and Primrose. Well, Primrose uses a dagger, so we should probably have her be the alternate for Therian. Maybe we should bring Elfin along. I edit people's jobs. Well, shall we...
But then that means you wouldn't need the apothecary secondary for
Yeah, well, I'm
Therian.
not even using it with Therian anyway. Why don't we do Tressa's?
Well, can we look at what were the next parts of the quests? I want to see them. Like,
Well,
from
there's
a
not much to it. There's just Honnett's over here. Ophelia's here. Tressa and Cyrus. Well, Tressa's only level 22, so we should probably go for Tressa. Ulbrich's up there, 27.
Why don't we do like the whole 2 birds with 1 stone thing and do Tressa and Cyrus? I know that you like them.
Yeah, okay. Let's see. So for starters, I think there's a tavern here. We're gonna go back into Cobblestone and switch our party around. I think I'll bring Elfin around on this party. Only 21 gold from this. Oh, unless do we want to do side quests? Do we want to see what side quests are like and what their payouts are?
Maybe 1 or 2, but if they're incredibly dull,
Yeah, if
then
they're super
I don't
dull, then I'll just do it on my own.
Because the orange quotations above people's heads, that's the side quests, right?
Yeah.
Green is a main quest, and...
Okay. And let's see. Change party. Cyrus for Honnett. Okay. So. First and foremost, jobs. So I think instead of an apothecary, maybe we'll have him be a hunter? Maybe?
So that he can use bows and daggers, or what's the deal?
Yeah. Because currently he uses swords and daggers. Ideally, if there was a bows and spears. Well, I guess that'd be merchant. I could
So you mean making Tressa into a hunter and...
I could have him be a merchant. No. I should have him be a hunter. We need that arrow spam move. Unless... Because we shouldn't have him be a hunter.
Man, Alphen's hair. So spiky.
I think I'll make him a warrior for now. And currently, Cyrus is kind of a whatever. I had him as a merchant for a bit so he could use the spear.
I mean, if he was a merchant cleric, that'd probably be... Or not a merchant cleric, but a scholar cleric.
Yeah, the main reason why I'm keeping him as a merchant currently as a secondary is because of that spear, which, like, actually doubles his damage. That's the main reason why it's like, yeah, I should probably keep with this. Okay, so the only thing I care about is Arrowstorm. Because, if we run into any of those, Kate, the cats, we want to be able to just nuke them. I guess I could get him the rest skill. Yeah, we'll grab that quick. Because that's HP and SP freely. Nothing else. Okay, so last deal is... Let's get rid of the golden axe for a second. How do we remove plus? We'll just go with the steel axe on him. And the brilliant bow. Oh, she's got the brilliant bow. Well, she barely attacks to begin with.
But have her buffs really been that good? What has she been doing most of the rounds?
So...
I only see you dance in a circle and then everyone gets buffed and then steeply debuffed.
Yeah, it's mainly, there's a chance that it'll give me 100 times EXP, JP, or money. Like, you roll your eyes, but like, 100 times EXP means I don't have to grind as much.
No, that's
You should be, like, cheering for that sort of thing. Be like, yes!
It just seems like such a waste to have an entire character dedicated to that, but whatever.
I gotta go shopping, though. We do not have enough good equipment.
I'm yawning. That's so boring. I know, it's item management. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of cleaning, like spring cleaning, where you go through all your stuff and you figure out what you can discard or what you can donate, and it's just a chore going through everything. Because there's always those things where it's like, do I need it? Or could I go without? And then, you know, its fate hangs in the balance.
Yeah, but it gets a lot faster if you actually do the inventory management. I would ask you to not complain about it so much, though. It does get tiring.
Sorry! The reason why I was upset that I was yawning is because I can't control it.
Yeah, I know.
You were even yawning earlier.
Well, I'm always yawning. You're just like, this game's boring. Oh, yeah, conceal from this guy.
No, I was just surprised at just how extensive that particular yawn was. And I'm like, why is this happening? And I realize it's because of inventory management.
There are a ton of people to rob around here. I'm gonna mostly do this on my own.
Oh, the poor townsfolk.
Okay. Information gleaned. Dragon of the Highlands. That might be like a mid-boss that we run into later. I'm not entirely sure how this works.
An elderly man who tells tales with song. Oh, so he's a bard. Interestingly, none of the characters in his stories are evil, and even the monsters live happily ever after with everyone. Suffice it to say, he dreams of a world without conflict.
I don't know exactly what that's going to be. Anyway, a friend came back from a long sea journey and brought back a bag of curious seeds. It would be a shame not to plant them, so I'm thinking of clearing land and making a new field. But you need to you need manure to prepare forest soil. You mind fetching me some?
What? You have to get poo from cows? Or the sheep? Like, where would you get the manure? Huh.
Well.
Daughter of an archaeologist. When her father's research was not recognized at the academy, she decided to continue his studies to prove him right. She will face any danger in order to accomplish her goal.
Interesting. So inquire and scrutinize.
Tell you different things.
Well, tell you the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh well.
Well, I suppose it's sort of like the provoke and on its. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Technically the same thing. Also, sort of like how there's allure and follow.
Oh, hello.
I'm a historian.
I'm sure you've heard it. Wait, did you skip?
There was something about Beowulf the Great. Sorry.
I'm sure you've heard tell of him. Why, it was none other than he who founded the kingdom of Hornburg. Some colleagues, who shall remain nameless for their sake, mock my work. King Beowulf is just a myth, they laugh. But I say, no, I know that they are wrong. That's why I'm here, you see, to discover the great king's monument and prove that he did once walk this earth. Perhaps you could help me? If you happen to come across an ancient plinth, or carved granite, or any stony erection, pray, tell me at once.
Oh gosh. That was weird wording.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like the side quests are...
A stony erection? I mean, I understand... What are you mmming about?
I've seen stony erections.
What? Of what nature?
Greek statues. So I'm sure I've told you
they're
this.
never erect. What are you talking about?
No, some of them very much are. I got a... Well, not a key, sorry.
Okay, well...
Looked at my email quick.
Now that I think about it, there are definitely some depicting satyrs, and satyrs most definitely...
Them have boners. No, when I was a kid, my mother brought us to a museum with a bunch of Greek sculpture, and I was boner height. And some of them have boners. I can remember, because I more or less walked into that room and I'm like, this museum's stupid, can we leave?
Do you know what I was mortified by? The fact that when we were in art history class, we found out that a number of Greek statues actually weren't Greek statues. They were, you know, they were recreations made by the Romans because they ended up melting a lot of the bronze for their wars.
Yep.
I was like, what? So it's possible that what we're seeing isn't actually what was. That's sad.
Oh, my sweet, where art thou, Lori? I came to this village searching for my Lori, but I'm told she's already left. So it looks like a lot of these side quests are really boring.
They're
Just
fetch quests.
Yeah, they're fetch quests. They're like, go find character.
At the same time, I'm really appreciative of the fact that the Romans did take the time to completely recarve.
Many of them, yeah.
Yeah. Because other people would have just scrapped the metal and been like, oh, that's a pretty statue. Well, too bad. The metal is ours.
Okay, well, I'm going to head for Quarry Crest. I don't think we're going to do it today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine. I mean, we got 2 characters done this afternoon. Next time, we can actually pick up here. I think I'm going to just do a bunch of the side quests on my own.
Just to level everyone up.
Well, I don't even know what the rewards are, but it seems like none of them are anything that we can necessarily pursue. It's just like...
And are they going to be multi-step, or are they just going to be single?
Some of them might actually be multi-step. If we want to do them, we can. But it might involve a lot of, like, looking at a guide and, like, hunting down certain things.
Mm-hmm. Because that girl saying, you know, find any evidence of Beowulf, you don't know what caverns or
yeah,
what
so it's
fields
one of
or
those
what
where
places.
I guess what we could do...
Or imagine if it was this. Sometimes this happens in games where it is a random drop.
I don't think it's a random drop in this case. I think this is one of those cases where it's, you wander the world till you find that specific thing. So I guess what we could do...
Well, finding the manure, maybe if you just remember where a cow
That's
field
probably
is?
something I buy from another character.
Oh, you probably do buy it from a farmer.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay.
We could always, I mean, what we could always do is next time just go around picking up every side quest.
Where does that get logged?
In the journal. Journals, side stories.
Oh, I see. And the banner extends all the way to the bottom when you've completed.
Yeah, all of
them.
them. So some of them, like Noelle Seeker of Knowledge, has a 1 next to it. And so we can even, like, look at specifically, like, these are the Highlands quests. And they probably get done in their immediate area. So if we wanted to actually do the side quests, it probably wouldn't be too bad. This might be kind of time consuming. We'll see. So you'll have to think about it, or maybe we'll do it anyway. Maybe what we do is we just pick a town, do the side quests in that area, and then decide from there.
Well, didn't we just pick up... Well, maybe we should pick up side quests from this particular town if we're going to be doing the 2
enemies might
quests
be
there.
too high. Well, we'll figure it out. I
Okay.
don't know.